Okay. So I take it you're already on. Okay. So, as you can see, I am back again after an absence of about 3 weeks. Another little surgery got behind me, literally. And I want to thank everybody that sent me their well wishes and cards and prayers and food. Everything was most appreciated. So here we are, another Sunday, and I'm going to play a little bit instrumental music to bridge the time till we start.
Willkommen.
Last Sunday of this month. It's the last time for this month that we're going to sing our joy song, congregational, This Little Light of Mine. The words up on the screen. So if you stand up, if it's comfortable for you, and sing along with us. This little light of mine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine a light up. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, la la la. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine, la la la. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, la la la. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Thank you so much, Betsy, Joe, and Peter. Welcome to Vero, Unity Spiritual Center of Vero Beach. Yes, we are at Vero Beach. Especially welcome to anyone new. At 8:30 this morning, I got a call from Laura Lane saying, who had been scheduled to do the music and do the finance report, to say that she was on her way to the hospital with her mother, Shirley Bishop. So we're all holding Shirley in the highest good. Shirley has been a pillar here and started the prayer ministry with Mary Riley. And we just know that no matter what it looks like, all is well. And today it is my honor, my ongoing honor, to welcome our transition specialist and our minister for the time being before we get a permanent minister, Reverend Elizabeth Longo. So nice to see you with us. And Elizabeth she's a dynamic change maker. She writes, she teaches, she does classes. She is so wonderful, and she has really supported us so completely this last year, and we love you so much. And now she'll do our opening prayer.
So let's take a breath and join me to be fully here with an open heart. And before we even go to prayer, just connect with that light in you. And I just want to say happy Sunday to everyone. It is my joy to be here. And those watching us online, we are one. We're one in spirit and connected. So right now, join me in sending that light out. The light from your heart as we create a vortex of love, a vortex of healing. Centered in God, all is well. So we come to that place in us that is unshakable in the midst of change. With an open mind and an open heart, we breathe and hear. Knowing that we're one, we bring to our mind's eye our loved ones, Shirley, anyone in need of a healing right now, and just surround them in the light of truth. Surrounding them in comfort for all our loved ones. And we're grateful knowing that when two or more are gathered, we are lifted up. The presence of the living, loving God is amplified. So we give thanks for this day. We give thanks that we're here, connected, and open and receptive to the divine guidance that's ever unfolding. And we give thanks for a wonderful service. And so it is. Amen. Amen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Faye Prado. I'm one of your prayer chaplains here, and I will be available to have prayer with you if you would like in the sacred place right over here after service. I'm also on the search committee, and our affirmation at the moment is, together we affirm and give thanks for the inspirational, energetic, and innovative minister that we know is on his or her way to us now. And now the daily word. The daily words for today are let go, let God. Divine love, wisdom, and understanding expressed through me. If I feel unsure of the next step in any situation, I let go and let God. I don't walk away from difficulty or try to force resolutions. Instead, I release my tight mental grip on problems and open myself to solutions. I let go of my ego's desire for control and my need to bring about specific outcomes. I believe there are solutions and remedies beyond what my mind can conceive. I yield to possibility. I trust the indwelling divine presence just as I would trust a mentor. Letting go and letting God means creating space for the dynamic, creative energy of spirit to inspire and surprise me. Divine love, wisdom, and understanding fuel my thoughts, express my words, and guide me in all ways. And from Psalms 86, verse 11, teach me your way, O Lord, that I may walk in your truth. Give me an undivided heart to revere your name. The affirmation today is divine love, wisdom, and understanding expressed through me. Let's say that together. Divine love, wisdom, and understanding expressed through me.
Do you want me to introduce the song, Peter?
Yes, please do.
Well, this is our wonderful Indian song that we love to do so much, and it just wanted to be sung today. It just jumped right out. There is a dream in my heart.
There is a dream in my heart, a vision I do see. It is you soaring higher. It is me. We are free.
Hearts open wide.
Hearts open wide.
Going into meditation.
It is time to decide
To live in the light.
to live in the light, in love to abide. Sing your song to Great Spirit, the song living in your heart. Don't be afraid to hear it. This feeling is where it starts. walk upon, sharing love, sharing power,
Yeah.
understanding we all are one.
Hearts open wide.
Hearts open wide. It is time to decide
Now.
to live in the light, in love to abide. There is a dream in my heart, a vision I do see. It is you soaring higher. It is me. We are free.
And now a beautiful meditation.
So I invite you now to take a breath and go to your heart space. If you haven't done so already, I invite you to close your eyes and feel your feet on the ground. The entire universe is loving and supporting you in this very moment. You are not alone. You are loved deeply and fully. Take a breath and relax. Relax. Let go of any heaviness. Let it go. The past is gone and the future is uncertain. Here, now, is where we can find our strength, our spiritual strength, stability. Here now, we are free to begin anew. So take a deep, cleansing, healing breath all the way to the belly. And exhale with a let it go, let it go. One more time, inhaling. Bring your attention now to your shoulders, your neck area. If there's any weight there, any heaviness, release it, let it go. And take a moment to bless your body, every cell, every atom, every molecule of your body. Send it some love, light, and know that your body is the temple of the divine. And now, breathe through your heart space. Feel the beating heart, life ever flowing in and through you. And if there is any walls that have been built of protection, see them crumbling down. Open your heart wider than ever, opening it to compassion, to freedom, to space, to divine guidance. The door to intuition is opening up. And as you breathe into your heart and come within, go within to your inner sanctuary, where you are embraced by the light and you know that you are the light, that you are the living, loving Christ presence. Breathe into that place within you. Feel the love in your heart expanding, surrounding you. And you realize you're so much more than a body. You are one with your Creator. You are consciousness itself. And now let us rest in the silence, in the stillness, as we listen and in your heart ask, God, guide me, show me what I am becoming. How may I serve? How may I shine my light more? And as you're doing this, visualize yourself under a waterfall of pure light, cleansing you continually, healing you and guiding you easily and effortlessly. And in this sacred space, bring to your mind's eyes your loved ones. Surround them in light, in love, so that they feel the presence of love and know that they're not alone, that they are loved deeply, fully. And we continue to send this light out to the entire city, and to the state of Florida, and to the country, and out to the world, and to the universe as we see this beautiful planet at ease, at peace, a world that works for all. And it begins with each one of us being a presence of light, of peace, of well-beingness wherever we are. And now take a breath and gently begin to come back. Feel your feet on the ground. And in your heart you can say, I am here. I am fully here with an open heart and an open mind. As the life in me is being renewed, I am being renewed. And gently wiggle your fingers, stretch. And whenever you're ready, open your eyes, look around, and all that you see is God. All the faces around you are the face of God. And we give thanks for this awareness. And so it is.
So it is.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you for that beautiful, beautiful meditation. Before we introduce this song, we just want to send special love to Laura and her mom and her Shirley and the family. And I also want to acknowledge Peter for stepping up today, because he's been in a healing phase for like 3 weeks now, and Spirit is really working through him and shining light through him to play and just give him compassion and patience today. We're going to sing Love and Happiness.
Put the cable on. And greetings to our friends up in Virginia. I understand that's one of their favorite songs. So this is for Lloyd and Mary Ellen also.
Lloyd and Marianne.
Yeah.
Here's a wishing well. Here's a penny for any thought it is that makes you smile. Every diamond dream, everything that brings love and happiness into your life.
Here's a rabbit's foot. Take it when you go, so you'll always know you're safe from harm. Wear your ruby shoes when you're far away, so you'll always stay home in your heart. You will always have a lucky star that shines because of what you are, even in the deepest dark, because your aim is true. And if I could only have one wish,
Joy is part of who we are, at the very core of our being. Happiness comes and goes sometimes, but joy with the source where all happiness comes, is right where we are. Some say that should have been one of our 12 powers, or the 13th power. So, yeah, let's begin with a smile, because we're here, in person or watching, and we're here because something in us is calling us to remember who we are at the very core of our beings, right? So I invite us for a moment to set aside all the busyness in the head, just put it aside, and be here with beginner's mind, with curiosity, with openness. And again, let's take a breath. I think we need to do that every so often, because life is continually to change very, very rapidly. I just got back last week from 2 weeks in Colorado. And while I was there, I had the great fortune to even go to Aspen, and I saw the changing leaves. And even in the few days that I was in Aspen, I could see how everything was changing. Here in South Florida, we don't get to see the change in the seasons. But you know what? There is such a thing as changing seasons. The seasons change. Because they say that Charles Fillmore was going to call the unity movement change. Can we agree that life is changing very rapidly? Can you imagine for a moment what it would be like if the Buddha, Jesus, Saint Teresa, Moses, all of a sudden stepped in here, or just landed on this planet now? They'll have a lot of catching up to do, wouldn't they? Things have changed drastically from the time that they were around to now. And it continues to change exponentially. So how do we meet these changes that sometimes we want them, but other times we're like, no, right? Especially the last year and a half, almost 2 years, has really shaken our world. But guess what? Breakdowns can and are breakthroughs if we know how to navigate them smoothly, with ease and grace. How to dance with life. Water is continually moving, right? Water that doesn't move gets stagnant. We want to dance with the movements in life. But that's what our spirit wants, yet our humanity is wanting reassurance. Our humanity wants to be safe, wants certainty, and some type of stability. And sometimes the monkeys in the mind, sometimes no. The monkeys in the mind want to control outcomes, want to have certainty. But my friends, where do we find stability in the midst of change? Where do we find stability when the rug is pulled under you? I'm seeing Patty. Yes, in the center of the donut, find your center, the place of stability no matter what. And it's always a here and now experience. We breathe and we come back here. And then here's the paradox. While this is the unchanging, this is who we are. At the same time, there's a pull from our spirit that is calling us to be more, to expand. There's a movement always calling us also. So how do we navigate these two forces? Staying awake, noticing, trusting, having our faith muscles really strong. That's one of our spiritual powers, one of our superpowers. So we want to be anchored in the faith that it's a friendly universe, because if we know that God is for us and that life is for us, then we can embrace change in a different way. In the Talmud, it says that every blade of grass has an angel whispering in its ear, grow, grow, grow. It's an evolutionary impulse calling us to be more, to expand, to transform, to become that which we desire. As we were singing about the vision, vision. And we ask God, God, what is the greatest vision? What am I supposed to do? Who am I? What am I becoming? While at the same time having one foot totally anchored in the unchanging. Because our divine presence within is inviting us to wake up, to claim our divine authority, and to wake up into this truth, to wake up from the dream of separation, and to relax into who we are. That we can, fine, okay, so I thought this was going to be this way, and it turned out to be the other way, fine. So what am I supposed to be in this situation? And when we get caught up in our emotional drama, we're here in the amygdala. We just take a breath and then begin to ask the right questions to come back into, right here, back into stability, using our mind wisely. Paramahansa Yogananda says that at the heart of every atom, there dwells the divine impulse, the impulse to transform selfhood into infinite spirit. And my friends, that really speaks about what we are becoming, the divine human, fully present, not bypassing any situation in this human experience, but rather coming forth with spiritual authority, with spiritual power. And that's how we manage to navigate breakdowns and turn them into breakthroughs. The birth process can be messy. Can we agree on that?
Amen.
Amen to that, right? The child is saved, nurtured, so comfortable. Oh, it is so wonderful in here. But guess what? The child starts to grow. And then the place where he's in feels too tight. He's suffocating. The baby is suffocating, can't breathe. And what's happening? He doesn't understand. The baby doesn't understand what once was such a comfortable, nurturing place is now feeling so uncomfortable, constricting. And then come the contractions. It feels that the very ground of your being is being shaken. Oh no, I'm being pushed out. What's happening? Why? There's nothing to hold on to. And finds itself in the birthing canal. And doesn't even know what's out there. It can be a very scary place. And yet, that is the birth of life, the birth into something new. Have you ever felt you're being pushed out in the birthing canal? I know I have. So what do? We breathe, we find stability, we keep our faith muscles active by praying, meditating, journaling, having community to support us when we're going through life's transitions. I know that in a week I found out 3 dear friends of mine passed away, part of life, and yet knowing that our spirit is eternal. Life is movement, continual movement. Einstein said, a human being is part of the whole, called by us the universe. He experiences himself, his thoughts, his feeling, as something separated from the rest. And that is a kind of optical illusion of his consciousness. The delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest to us. Our task must be to free ourselves from the prison by widening our circle of compassion, to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. So not only are we here to awaken the heart, but to dive deeper to that place of compassion for those that might be hurting and acting out. Because hurt people hurt sometimes. They don't know how to deal with their emotions. They don't know how to deal with life when it's unfolding and moving so fast. So can we be compassionate and use the power of understanding to begin to speak to each other with a heart, understanding. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. There's no such thing as a solid life. We're energy beings. We're so much more than our physical bodies. And so the way to realize this is to spend time in the silence and meet those scary places in us, because we're all on a hero's journey. And life is movement, moving. And we breathe and find that stability in us as we can begin to see everything. And I love to say, whatever it is that I need to face, may I do so with great love. Because love is the greatest harmonizing principle in the universe. Love is the reason for being. God is love. We are love. We are made in the image and likeness of our Creator. And when we experience loss in our lives, it can be traumatic. It can even feel that our world is crumbling down. A tsunami in consciousness can be taking place. And yet, when we notice the tightness, when we notice that we're resisting it, that, my friends, is the awakening. We can go, oh, I'm out of center. Let me breathe and come back to my center. Come back to the donut hole. Come back to that place where there is peace and there's even joy in the midst of grief when we're centered. Because here we trust life. Our faith is strong, that no matter what may be going on in the outer world, nothing or no one can touch this sacred space where we know that we are connected to the whole, when we're part of the whole. This is living in integrity with the deepest part of our being. And these unexpected changes can come in many ways. Weather patterns, the sudden loss of a loved one, the political scene can seem scary, the loss of a job, a home, a relationship, on and on and on. What we counted on, no longer there. And yet, when we rely on the unchanging presence and power within us, all is well. We can meet any circumstance. And we feel our feelings, that's okay. Feelings are energy that's come and go. And we claim our spiritual strength. Strength is one of our core values too, as divine order. And before I go into strength, let's talk about divine order. Divine order is one of our spiritual powers, and it is the power of this month that's ending, right? Order is present in the entire universe, always taking something that seems chaotic and turning it into something greater, because that's part of the evolutionary process. There's intelligence everywhere. We're swimming in it. There is order in ourselves. There is order everywhere. So we claim divine order. We begin to see things right using our divine powers, our superpowers, and spiritual strength. I want to talk about spiritual strength, that we are anchored in spiritual strength, just like the eagle. The eagle is the greatest expression of abounding strength. He mounts up up high to unbelievable heights. And from the highest altitude, he can focus on the ground as he spots his prey. So we stay with an open mind. So whenever we are tense, caught up in this shouldn't be happening, we remember who we are. And we expand in consciousness, just like the eagle, rise above so that we can see the infinite sky, so that we can see the stars, so we can see the infinite universe that we're a part of. And then focus on whatever it is with ease and grace, whatever is ours to do, we do that. And we can rise above the hurricanes of life, the storms of life, realizing our divinity. So mentally, we want to be like the eagle. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How are these thoughts serving me? No, because sometimes when things are moving too quickly, this mind, the surface mind, the monkeys get crazy and the mind goes, and it tangles and creates stories. We breathe and we rise up like the eagle. And then we're a calm observer, observing life, observing. And then we go into our hearts. What is love calling me to be in this situation? How can I be more compassionate, more understanding, calling forth divine wisdom, knowing that divine order is at play? So chaos is a friend. The birthing process is messy, but chaos is a friend. Breakthroughs, breakdowns, they come together. Every breakdown is a breakthrough. And we're continually evolving and changing. And here we are, resilient, strong, beautiful, magnificent, capable of meeting anything that arises. If our love is strong, if we're centered in our divine presence, claiming our divine authority, and welcoming this human experience because we signed up to be here and now in this very moment to lift up the consciousness of the world. So, are you ready to be all that you were meant to be and meet everything from your divine authority? Yes. Okay. Let's do this. Practice, staying prayed up, staying centered, and saying, life is for me, not against me. Everything is happening for me, not against me, and all is well. And we're here to love, love, love. And so it is.
Thank you so much. Wow. Before I talk about ways to give, I want to take a moment to thank you, Betsy Joe, and you, Peter, for giving so much. Can you imagine being called with 30 minutes notice to say, you need to be here right now and be ready to sing 6 songs? I mean, so.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I want to talk about ways to give, and we know at Unity, the more you give, the more you receive. I love doing that because I just feel waves of blessings coming back. The easiest way to give is to text the word give to 844-937-1769. If you put it in your phone contacts and just title it give, and then address it to give, and then give the word give, and then you can change the amount anytime you want. You can go to unityofvero.org and use the donate button. We would love it if you would come by Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday with your check in your hand to see you. If you have any prayer requests at all, contact us at unityofvero@gmail.com. We are waiting to hear your prayer requests. So if you would take your intention or your offering in your hands and pray with me. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And we say thank you, God. We want to thank our ushers, Kay and Tammy, who will now collect the offertory.
We're going to do a Karen Taylor Good song, and in the vein of divine order and all those beautiful phrases and words that we were told today. I always know what I need to know, and that's just the way that it is. So here we go. I always know what I need to know when I need to know it, yeah. And every time I forget that so, the universe will show it, yeah. There seems to be a plan that works, and there's no way I can blow it, 'cause I always know what I need to know when I need to know it. How does the mighty oak tree face the changes autumn brings? He doesn't worry if he'll grow new leaves when it is spring. Let me be that trusting, let me let go, and know that buds are on their way, though I make it in the snow. 'Cause I always know what I need to know when I need to know it, yeah, yeah. And every time I forget that so, the universe will show it. There seems to be a plan that works, and there's no way I can blow it, 'cause I always know what I need to know when I need to know it.
How does the tiny robin feel when she finally leaves the nest? She takes a giant leap of faith and lets nature do the rest. Let me be that faithful, let me dare to fly. Though my wings are frail, I will not fail, and there's a simple reason why. 'Cause I always know what I need to know when I need to know it. And every time I forget that so, the universe will show it. There seems to be a plan that works, and there's no way I can blow it. 'Cause I always know what I need to know when I need to know it. There's a power in the universe greater than just me, and it works a million miracles when I let it be. And I always know what I need to know when I need to know it. And every time I forget that so, the universe will show it. There seems to be a plan that works, and there's no way I can blow it. 'Cause I always know what I need to know when I need to know it. 'Cause I always know what I need to know when I need to know it. Thank you. So all that's left to do now is, yes. Guess what? We're still gonna sing the peace song, and then we have our prayer for protection. So if it's comfortable for you to stand and sing with us the peace song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with thee. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
And please stay tuned. In a few moments, we're going to have a Zoom community meeting. We will have a finance report, even though our treasurer is not here. So just take a quick break and come back, and we'll get set up for Zoom. And thank you all for coming. Namaste.